Hey guys, it's Victoria. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm super excited. I'm gonna be posting 5 videos this week, so this is the very first one in honor of me hitting 1,000 subscribers, which I just want to say thank you to everyone who subscribed and enjoys my channel. So today's video was actually requested and it's a really cool idea. So I'm gonna be doing a polygel set with dual forms, but I'm gonna be doing it over tips. For those who have tried dual forms, sometimes the underside can get really bumpy and it's hard to get it super smooth. So having on tips and then doing the dual forms over top of that might be a solution. So we're gonna test that out today and see how it works, see if it makes it more difficult, much easier. If you don't know, we're gonna find out. I'm gonna go ahead and prep my nails. I'm gonna push back my cuticles, rough up the surface of my nails, dehydrate, prime, base coat, tips, all of it. So I'll be back in a second. Alright you guys, so I'm all prepped now. So dual forms are great because just about anyone can use them and get a structurally sound nail really quick and easy. One of the downsides is that sometimes you can get a really messy underside. So the whole point of having tips on is to create a barrier so that the polygel can't pass and you have a super smooth under nail no matter what. Sizing is really important when you use dual forms, and now that we have our nail that has to be sized out perfectly and a tip that has to also be sized out perfectly, I'm not sure if that will be a problem. We will see. I'm really excited. My last dual form video, all I did was do a dual form set with one color of polygel and then decorated it with gel polish. This time I'm gonna do a little bit more inside the dual forms, maybe give you guys some ideas if you use dual forms. So the things I'm going to be using are gold foil. I have some chunky glitters here. I'm going to be using these gold butterflies. I have a wax pen, a Beetles clear polygel, my Model 1's white polygel, and my Macart 336 nude polygel. So I'm gonna start on my thumb. I want to do a marble on this thumb, so I just have a mixing palette right here. You can use anything that you can mix on. I'm gonna be marbling together clear and white. Marbling with polygel is so pretty and so simple. All you have to do is mix together your colors. I'm gonna try and string through the white. I'm gonna leave just a little bit on the side, and then you can just mix it together and it will create like a marbling effect. Just picking up my little bead with my spatula, and now you just pat it in place, and you can constantly turn it over and just kind of make sure that it's going in the direction that you want it to. I like to make sure that my cuticle is really thin. What it's looking like. Oh shoot, I forgot the gold flakes. Should I redo it? It looks so cool though. Alright you guys, so I redid it off camera just because, like I said, I forgot to add the gold flakes. It didn't quite go the way I thought it would because they kept slipping and sliding, so I'm just gonna go ahead and make do with what I have. Okay, it's not really forming to the tip like I need it to. I'm going to use my brush to kind of get anything that spilled out in place on the areas that it's not hitting on the tip. This side wasn't too bad. I think that's as good as it's going to get. So I'm going to go ahead and cure this. Here's what it's looking like. I'm going to go ahead and pop it off. Okay, there it is. So the underside where the tip is definitely smooth. I never doubted that it would make the back smooth, but of course where I had to kind of fill in gaps that the polygel wasn't reaching to is where it's a little bit not smooth, but that's the edge and that will get filed up. But for the most part it worked. Of course I have a nice apex. I'm not mad at that. I'm gonna go ahead and keep going. My pointer finger is going to be that Macart nude. The design on this finger is not something I'm going to do into the dual form, so I'm just going to show you guys how I normally do dual forms. I think a big problem that I had with the thumb was that I applied too much product into the center, so of course it all spit out on the edge. Since it's just a simpler design, I can more so focus on how I'm applying the polygel into the form so we can do better for the next 3. Alright, let's do it. Yep, and still having that same issue, even though I did apply more at the tip and less in the center. We're just gonna do the same thing. I don't know if that's still user error or if that's just the nature of this method, but I'm gonna try and fix it like I did the last one. I think it reached everywhere on this side. It's just this side that's kind of coming up short. All right. I'm gonna cure. Let's go ahead and pop it off. Alright, and that's what it's looking like. Not too bad. And of course, it's nice and smooth down there. So we're back to this marble nail on our middle finger. I'm gonna do a layer of polygel, like very, very thin. I'm hoping it'll help keep the gold foils in place. That's what it's looking like from the front. I'm gonna place this to the side. And I'm just going to make a little bit more of the marble. So I tried to make it pretty thick up there so that it can reach the tip and thinner down there at the cuticle. Oh yeah, I'm having a much easier time with it reaching the tip. That's my nail. I'm gonna go ahead and cure it before it slips and slides more. Let's pop it off. The only thing that I'm not the happiest about is that I put my gold foils kind of on a slant, thinking that the marble would slant in the same direction, and it's slanting in the complete opposite direction. But it's whatever. They're still turning out pretty cute. Another nude nail. Let's go ahead and pop this off. I think it's looking really good so far. I didn't get as much glitter as I thought I did. Sometimes these dual forms are a little dull, so it clouds up your image. So I thought I had way more glitter than I did, but I think it still looks really pretty. But here's what the nails are looking like straight out of the dual forms. It's definitely time to file these up. Alright, so I have my dust collector here now, and I have an 80/80 grit hand file. I'm going to reshape my nails with this. I'm going to try and get this a little bit more tapered. I think I'm going for like a tapered square, almost coffin type of look. You always want to make sure you pinch the skin and get anything that was touching the skin, because if you don't file that off, you will get lifting and these won't last a long time. I'm gonna try and get around the cuticle. I have my file on an angle in between the skin and the product, and I'm just going to try to make it nice and thin and flush down there. So I'm not the best when it comes to shaping. This is the best I could do with my non-dominant hand. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do the rest to the others. All right, so they're all shaped. And of course I didn't have to do too much filing because the dual forms kind of eliminate that. So I'm just going to buff them up really quick. just going to spray them down to clean them. They're looking so cute. Definitely a major transformation. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get ready to decorate these. All I have left is to put some butterflies on the tips of these two fingers and to top coat everything. And I think these came out so cute. I can't wait to see them all dressed up and glossy. This is my Model 1 nail art glue, my nail art glue brush, my Macart top coat. I'll be using these again. Looks so cute. Oh my goodness. All right, let me do a final cleaning with some alcohol, and then we will cuticle oil these up and I'll model them. These turned out so pretty, a little better than I was expecting. I kind of had low expectations, but I really love the way that they turned out. As far as the method of using tips underneath your dual forms, I think it definitely worked, but it's just there's a learning curve to it. I wouldn't consider it a hack because it's something you still have to like develop a skill in, knowing how much product to put in the dual form and kind of where to place the thickest point, because the top of the dual forms were not reaching the tip and I was kind of having to move the product around. I don't think it's something where you immediately get it and it's kind of like a hack to make things easier. It also didn't make things faster, but I can say I don't usually get the back of my dual form sets this clean looking, so I'm really happy about that. And I think this would be great if you're someone that really struggles with getting that back nice and smooth. But other than that, I do like the way that they turned out. I haven't done a dual form set in a while, so I hope you guys kind of took inspiration from the little marble sets and just the different encapsulation designs you can do with it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Make sure you are on the lookout for my other videos for the rest of this week. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I hope you enjoyed and hope to see you in the next one. Bye!